Hey, this is one of your hosts, Megan. I was just wanting to stop in and let you all know that the situation in Palestine is still ongoing. It's actually gotten worse. So if you have any resources or just time to give to educate yourself on the matter a little bit and be able to tell your friends, there are still resources in the description on YouTube. And that's all. Y'all can get into the show now. Cacao, cacao.
Stupid.
Hey pals, buds, and lovelies. Welcome to Moaning and Musing with
Megan
and Hannah.
What have you been? What are you musing about?
You know, we shouldn't strain ourselves to get that in there. It's fine. It's not like we have to have, like, set things that we say ever.
We thought... we had so many dreams when we started this podcast.
Dreams and
they're already shattering. Just that one, though.
Shattered. What did you ask me? What am I mooning and musing over?
About?
Funny you ask me that. Literally nothing.
Nothing?
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. My brain is pretty blank right now, though. In the past few days, there's a lot been going on, just in general. So
Very true.
Yeah, everything's just a bit jumbled. So to give you one specific thing, my brain is really, really stuck on volleyball right now.
Period. It was just, Hannah's birthday this past weekend. The big 2-6. The big 5-0. We went and we played pickleball. And then the next day, we played volleyball. Hannah played in her tournament, and I watched. And then afterwards, I hit it around with them a little bit. Is that not what it's called? Game, match, set,
point.
Love.
Sorry, that makes me think of tennis. Your hat makes me think of tennis.
Oh, I'm wearing a Vacation Brand hat for audio listeners. That is a really good smelling sunscreen brand. I'm realizing in watching this podcast how much we love brands. We've talked about multiple episode 3.
Yeah, I also wear
Feeling Swell. That's a big one.
Heavy branding. I fucking love Feeling Swell.
We're big brand girls. She likes the boxy square tees.
Yeah, give me
the heavyweight boxy square tees.
Yeah, dude.
She likes those a lot.
Just talking about what I like.
Yeah.
I really like Belly Beans. I really like Megan's cat. Really hope she makes an appearance in this video today. Belly Beans, come closer.
Might happen.
I hope people watch it on YouTube just to see this stuff. Well, let's see what else. I have been constantly listening to Billie Eilish's album.
It is very good. It's her 3rd album that just came out. She also just came out as gay, and I think it was because she had to, because this album is so gay. Like, there was no way to stay in the closet. And it has, my favorite songs on it are Birds of a Feather. I'm so glad you just pulled that up. So smart.
Do you see what song is on there right now? Look, click on it.
Birds of a Feather. That's what Hannah was already listening to.
It's on repeat. I can't stop listening to it.
The Greatest is really good. Blue. I think that one used to be True Blue. I've seen some stuff about that was supposed to be on her first album.
I can hear her saying True Blue in the song too, so
yeah.
What you're saying makes sense, man.
I wonder if she changed it because of Boy Genius.
Yeah, I mean, I would have.
Great song by Boy Genius. I really like that one. This one is like a really vibey album. It'd be good for a late night scenic drive if we were allowed to do that with our nighttime job. But
I would also love to sit in a hammock.
The hammock would also be good.
At night, specifically, no. Speaking
of music, we did drop our season playlist. It's going to be in the episode description, and we worked really hard on it, and it's actually really vibey and cool. I've listened to it a lot since we made it.
Yeah, I actually like just putting it on shuffle.
It's
pretty
very
much whenever I'm at my house
and chill and vibey. If that's the kind of
that's what we were trying to go for. With there are calmer tones in there, but then we have some upbeat ones too.
It's a good fall asleep. No, not that. The album. The album. Still thinking about the album.
Okay, period.
The album is really good to like fall asleep too.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of songs that are those kind of songs because I listen to albums to fall asleep that I also have put on the album.
Yeah.
Also, Close My Eyes by Luke Hemmings. That one's very good.
That one's very good too.
That one is very good. I've been having that one as like a vocal stem, like the I don't want to close my eyes. I've been running around doing that all over town. If you heard anybody at the grocery store doing that, it was probably me.
You just gave it to me.
I don't want to close my eyes. Now I want to listen to the song. But
well, let's get into it, man. Let's get into this frontal lobe development.
All right. That's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about this a lot. So you know what? I'm just going to get into it. I'm feeling kind of sad recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by my energy in this video.
Yeah.
But, dang, I just graduated college in December.
Of last year.
And it is so scary to not be a student anymore. Like, I don't know, like, if any of y'all are going through this too, but, like, even if you don't finish college and just aren't a student anymore, that kind of gives you a layer of, like, I don't have to figure anything out because this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, like you have a set thing for however many years. And it feels
productive even though you're not, like, making money or working or anything.
You feel like
you're doing something with yourself. So now that I'm done with that, I'm like, well, now what are you going to do with yourself? Which is, like...
You don't always have to be...
Yeah, that's not what life's about. It's not always about, like...
The next big thing. Just keep going and going.
That's a very, like, a capitalistic ideal, I think.
It is. It really is to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
Like, I think that the term lazy is not real. Oh, my
God.
Like, I think that, that's, like, a byproduct of capitalism. Sometimes you need a second, but we're so trained to, like, always be doing something that you can monetize or make money off of, or if you're not doing that, something to keep your home running at all times. And I feel like we've lost a lot of, like, the just being lazy is nice.
It is.
Sitting around and chilling.
I absolutely love
It's so nice.
Doing that.
And feeling your frontal lobe come together, I think you start realizing things. Like Kylie Jenner had said when she was about my age. She said, "This is the year of realizing things." She's not British. She's not a British person. But she did say that. She said, "Rise and shine." And then she said, "This is the year of realizing things." And she was so right.
And that's how to sum that up. Your frontal lobe development. You're just realizing everything.
It's like your innate ability to follow a thought through.
Yes.
Just snaps into place.
Literally, I looked up exactly, like, how they, like, described what happens
when your frontal lobe comes together.
I gotta find it.
If you don't know, like,
oh my God,
I'm about to just talk out my butt for a second, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. If you don't know what the frontal lobe does, I'm pretty sure that's the part of your brain that assists you with, like, decision making, which is why the legal drinking age and, like, the age for hemp and everything, not for the military though, weird.
That is
after that is supposed to have
weird.
Mostly come together, which I don't know why it's 21 because all the data I've seen on it is that it comes together around 25.
Yeah, it says mid-20s, so
mid-20s.
Which is 25. But it says that controls decision making, and it's also allows people to process the pros and cons of a decision before making it. So it gives you the time to process everything about it. To think about it.
And I can freaking tell.
Because my list is longer of the pros and cons of any decision.
And looked at myself in the mirror and was like,
whoa.
Well, I had a burp in me. And was like, you know, you kind of look like you need to lose weight, like, type shit. And this was at, like, 24 or something. And then I was like, why did you
talk to yourself like that? Where the hell did that come from?
It's like the thought pulled through and it was like, who even said that? I was like, do you think you look good? Yeah, I do. And then I was like, and what are you trying to lose weight for?
I know.
And the way that my brain just did that for me, I was like, what was that? What just happened?
That ain't never happened right in there, man.
And then it just kept happening. I'd be feeling shame about something, and then my brain would go,
what are you doing?
Why are you feeling shame? Or I'd be feeling good about something, and I'd be like, oh, I should be doing this. And my brain would go, why do you think you need to be doing that?
It literally, knock it off.
Yeah. Hey, stop it.
Wake up. That's literally what it feels like. It's also, every time I have like a thought like that, and it's like
follow that shit to its
all
stem.
the way to its stem.
That's one of the things. By the way, I forgot to even tell you about this. Someone commented. So on our last podcast episode on Spotify, I had put a you can put like questions, and I put one that was like, "What do you want to see from Mooning and Musing?" And someone actually gave us something, and they wanted me to talk about sociology. So I'm about to a little bit, but I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, we can get into that. We'll keep talking about.
I'm back. Hey, period. I'm so back.
Period.
So one of the study of sociology is to like understand why things are the way that they are in society,
which is such an amazing and fun thing.
It's a really cool thing. So it's kind of similar to psychology, but psychology focuses on the individual and like your brain chemistry and like how certain things happen to you and then how that affects your brain and then why you do the things that you do. Whereas sociology studies pretty much the same thing, but with groups of people.
But it's
like
people rather than individual.
Yeah, so like why do certain things happen? Like,
see, that's really fascinating as well.
It is very fascinating.
It is so cool.
It peeks into like why like women have been oppressed, like how that ended up happening, what's going on with racism, and how does that continue to happen, the systems that are in place. So there's like layers to it.
Yeah.
But I would argue that a huge part of sociology is if your shit's working, your frontal lobe cortex or whatever is working, and you can just follow a thought through. That's pretty much what sociology is. Just think about it harder.
Yeah,
I mean? Like just keep thinking about that.
Like almost to an extreme. Like take it as far as you fucking can.
Yeah.
To figure that out.
Right to the root.
Well done. That's pretty cool that somebody asked that, and you can easily.
Cool. I think their name was
talk about it.
Kia, something like that. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. It's so cool of you to comment on our thing.
It really is.
But we'll get more into some more sociology stuff at some point.
Yeah,
for
Megan
sure.
knows her shit.
Yeah, I got the degree.
Yeah.
Now I'm making a podcast.
Megan's sad.
Yeah.
Just like that, full circle.
It is. That's another part of the thing with sociology and like following a thought through is you get really disenchanted with like grind culture.
It's such a...
I don't know how
Megan,
anyone
you
passes...
couldn't have found a better fucking word with that. Like, for how I feel. I feel disenchanted.
Disenchanted. Because...
Oh my god, that was a phenomenal word to use. That's exactly how I feel.
Thank you. I do put a lot of effort into trying to find the perfect word for something.
Every time.
But I did feel like a bushy-tailed, like bright-eyed bunny in high school. And now I'm a weathered veteran at the ripe age of 50. You've just seen too much. But
you were halfway there, man. You were only halfway to 50.
Am I having a quarter life crisis?
That's what that is.
Oh my God.
That's what this is, by the way. That's what that is.
Shit. Hopefully I live to be 100. Yeah, the quarter life crisis definitely kicking in.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to hold on to that whimsy of like you can just do whatever because it doesn't matter. Like nothing really, like everything
Truly
matters and nothing matters at the same time.
A balance.
Yeah. Like I go back and forth between thinking that I'm like, because if you look at yourself, you can go two ways with it. You can look at yourself and be like, you are so insignificant. You are so small in the grand scale of the universe. Nothing you do matters. Or you can look in the mirror and be like, you're the only thing that matters because your reality is your reality. So like and my world is revolving around me. So who's to tell me that it doesn't?
Mine goes back and forth.
It is.
Nice. Well, you don't have to apologize. It was beautiful. You should always do those.
Thank you.
What the hell?
I'll do more.
Thank you. What was I saying?
I have no idea.
Sorry, guys.
I was saying...
Thank you. Help me.
I lost something once. I was saying, like, you can look at yourself and see yourself as the most important person and then be like, and nothing I do actually matters.
Yeah,
but in
I
like
go back and
like
forth.
A positive way. Because then, like, it's like a freedom.
Well, I also look at it like somebody gets so overwhelmed or overworked about something. Like, it could be a small little detail or something simple as, like, I can't give you an example, so sorry. Just figure something out, I guess. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we're just all doing pretty much the same thing, just in a little bit of a different way, and it has no impact on, like... Yeah, dude, I don't even know how to put it into words.
It's also one of those things where, like, the delusional confidence thing and, like, the way that you're looking at yourself and thinking about yourself...
You need delusional confidence.
...is so, like yeah. It's like everyone's doing that though. Everyone is paying more attention. Like you see somebody and feel like you're on a stage or something. Like they're really paying attention
more
to you.
More often than not, they're paying attention to themselves.
They're thinking about themselves.
They're thinking about
how they're being perceived.
How they're being
the
perceived
same way that
every
you
time.
are. So there's no reason to ever be like stressed about that kind of stuff. You should really just go out and let your freak flag fly. Because
It was so hard.
Nothing matters, man. Like,
that's right. So it's like, be goofy.
I'm pulling myself out of my depression on camera.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Hey, we're fucking back, bro. Look how quick that. It's like a rubber
it's not even like serious.
Yeah,
just be goofy.
Please stop taking yourself so seriously.
You know what's a really good movie? Okay, so I have actually 2 movies on this topic that I'm thinking of in my head right now.
Okay.
So, 8th Grade. Have you seen that?
You had me watch it. You had me watch it.
I think Bo Burnham directed it.
Very interesting. Like, it was so cool seeing it from that age.
And it's like so
8th grade. That is such a middle school, like going and like on the cusp of going into high school, and like at that age, especially growing up as like a young girl or something like that too, is such a unique experience, but also
it's
not.
Hard.
So it was so cool seeing it captured.
If you're a person whose body is going to grow boobs,
oh my god,
the age where that's happening sucks.
I'm so sorry for every single person who has boobs.
Your body starts getting all weird. Everything's getting like
especially if you just happen to get especially if you just happen to have bigger boobs, like and you don't ask for that.
God,
or if you have small ones and you feel like you see the other people and you're like,
you have for a little bit at the beginning that make you want to kill yourself.
Those fucking little nubbins.
You're wearing any shirt and it's like a little bit there. You're like, oh my god! I just flashed back to middle school.
Yeah, you're taking me back to a interesting time. I went to a Catholic school, so it was like, it sucked having to wear fucking polos.
You know what though? That's kind of freeing because I had to. When we were in middle school, you know what was in style was those really skin tight shirts. Do you remember that? Those textures.
Hey, skin tight shirts when you're like even have slightly bigger body. Ooh, love that.
Well, and when you have your little ninny nubs.
Yeah. I was like, hey, thank you, fashion, for literally making me hate my body.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I hope low-waisted jeans never come back.
They should fucking
Renee
be burned.
Rapp, stop it. I love you.
Yeah, you're beautiful and gorgeous, and like everything looks wonderful on you, but like
I can't wear those
that
pants.
Hurts
Don't
me.
make me wear
Don't
those
do
pants.
that to me. I will wear high-waisted and only high-waisted.
She does look good in them, though.
She looks phenomenal.
She really does. Anyway, back to the plot. I've been thinking about that 8th grade movie. Seriously. Yes, that part. But I've been thinking about that 8th grade movie a lot because of what we're doing too. Because of what she does in the movie.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You all should really check that movie out. If you don't want to watch it, at least like look up the plot and just read about it, please. Because that is such a...
I was going to give a brief synopsis to try to convince y'all to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's about this girl. She's obviously in the 8th grade, and she's kind of like unpopular, and she's very like she's in her self-conscious phase. She's in her like thinking her dad's not cool phase, type thing. And like she's always on her phone, and she's very like she's having that gyrating feeling.
Yeah.
Like the hormonal, like exactly what they were talking about in Turning Red, where her hormones were kicking in. And you know what? I'm gonna get off topic for a second. I think I'm resonating with this stuff so well because I'm coming off birth control right now. That stuff is poison. Be careful. Oh my god. I'm coming off that. Let me tell you what's going on with my body.
Yeah, actually talk about that. For real. I think you should.
Weird. I'm sorry to any... actually, I'm not sorry. If you're a man and this is making you uncomfortable, work on that. I don't know.
Maybe you should just know about this. Yeah. Just know about what this person's going through because this is something you've never experienced. So maybe you should just...
And it's half the population is having these problems.
Yeah, so...
Anyway, if you're a cis man specifically.
Period.
I forgot what I was saying. Okay. It's making my body smell different. Like, I'm having to wear deodorant differently. I have to stay vigilant because I'm pretty much going through second puberty from coming off of this.
That pretty much is, I've
been on it since I was 12. I'm getting cystic acne, which I've never had before, which I think is also contributing to my depression because I wake up and I'm like,
hey.
I don't know what to do about that. I've been using witch hazel. That helps a little bit.
That does help.
And yeah, I'm going through a second puberty right now from coming off birth control in my mid-20s. Like, I'm getting the urge to read Harry Styles fan fiction at all hours of the day, and it's just not available like it used to be.
Yeah.
I just can't find it the same way.
That's also true. It's not available like it used to be.
As a culture, I don't know what we lost, but we
need to get that back.
Anyway, in 8th grade, so this girl, she's going through all of those type of feelings that I just described, and she's making like YouTube videos for self-help and being like, here's how to be cool.
It's
and
pretty
she feels
cute.
like a poser.
Yeah.
And it's very cute and very sweet, and at the end she realizes what we're talking about pretty much, and she's like, hey, nothing matters. I can do whatever I need to do, and it's cool. And she starts hanging out with this dorky dude who she vibed with, but she thought...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is so dorky, but he was so funny.
Yeah, he was funny. He reminded me of myself.
I'll hang out with you, man. Yeah, and I literally was like, I'd hang out with that one. Hell yeah.
You hear Belly meow, and she wants out of my room so bad, and she just can't go.
If you hear it in the podcast, you're welcome.
And if you don't, that means I did a really good job on this audio editing, where I'm trying to get out the background noise. So I've been working on that.
Let me know if you hear it or not, because, yeah.
On the production. But yeah, hopefully I didn't spoil 8th grade for you all, but...
You didn't at all,
I don't think I did at all. But
you did, like...
I said that it ends happy.
Yeah, but there are no details in there.
In.
You didn't give them any details.
Period.
It is a really good movie.
Check that movie out. Also, Bull Burnham is hilarious. Like, he gets humor.
Yeah.
His inside had a grip on me, and I know that kind of went viral on TikTok, but, like, I really was feeling that in my soul.
Yeah.
Also, I think Phoebe Bridgers dates him, so that speaks to his cool factor to me.
Oh, okay.
For me, at least.
For real? Right now?
I think still, unless they broke up, they definitely did date for a while.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't seen anything about a breakup, but she's also pretty private, and so is he. So...
She's going to keep going, so I'm just going to keep talking with her. She's just talking with us. She's just a third person with the podcast.
She's well fed, cared for, has treats, has an amazing litter box, and all types of toys. She's just being a brat, just so y'all know.
She just really wants to hang out upstairs. Do. Yeah. Yeah, okay. What was the other movie? You said 2 movies.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Damn. So I put off watching that because I knew I was going to give it, like... 100% of my focus. Like, I'm not like on my phone. I'm not, playing games or I'm not chatting during movies.
Do need to really pay attention.
And I knew I wanted to give it that, so I was like putting it off because every time I would, I didn't want to super pay attention to a movie. I wasn't in the mood to, deep dive, but we watched it this past weekend for the first time for me, at least. Also, I have to say this on the podcast. That's absolutely hilarious that Austin told me, my roommate, had said that he had never fully finished a movie and he thought he did. He had watched it 2 times, stopped at the scene with the rocks, if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
So and he was stunned.
There was so much of the movie left. There was a part 3. Like, there's still there's still more. Yeah, that's hilarious.
He also called that movie a comedy, which I think is a crazy take. But if y'all agree with him, chat, let me know.
It's one of those movies that's everything.
Well, yeah, it is funny, but calling it a comedy is a stretch, I would say. So, Austin, I'm putting it out there.
I think for that, sure, but I think for him, what he's gonna call a comedy is if he laughs at anything.
Yeah.
So it'd be that.
Our friend Austin is he's an interesting character. We'll try to get some content of him
for Austin on the page. Hell yeah, we'll get that on there.
But did you like the movie?
I loved it so much. Had me crying so many times. Damn, did you guys hear that? I loved I liked that it was between, like, a mother and a daughter type thing. Like, to just focus on, like, that type of relationship. Because that is such an interesting relationship.
We live in a patriarchy.
It's hard to explain
the way that, like, motherhood is treated.
To someone who doesn't even know what type of relationship that is. Yeah. But it was such a cool movie. And it was funny. It was hilarious. That was so wacky. Please, I hope people watch this on YouTube. Belly Beans is on me. Oh my God, she's touching me.
Belly Beans is in the cut, guys.
Hi, Belly Beans. Oh my God.
But yeah, that movie,
she never does this.
It is very funny, and it does it touches on a lot of stuff, but one of the things it does touch on that I've been thinking about a lot is that, like...
Thank you. I couldn't focus up.
Because it is the 2 trains of thoughts. So... The point of this movie is kind of discussing the multiverse, which I'm assuming a lot of you have seen this at this point.
I would hope so. It's been out for a few years.
Yeah, so. And it has, like, I'm not going to, like, spoil it, but it has where you can access, like, versions of yourself that have done different things. So it's subscribing to the philosophy, I guess, or the theory that there is multiple realities where you have made all these different choices. And if
every choice that you made, you went this way, so that other one still exists.
Right.
Type thing.
So there was, like, so it has the mom, like, she needs to fight at some point, so she tries to find a reality where she chose to study martial arts.
Yeah.
And then she can take that. And I think that that's interesting too, where it's like...
That is fascinating.
Yeah. And that's another one of those things where it's like nothing matters, because there probably is some version of reality where you made a different choice. And there just had to be a version of reality where you didn't make that choice. Yeah. So it's all like, if
and
that
you just
is
happen
real,
to be
which
in this
I kind
one.
of think it might be.
Yeah.
Like, that, I think that's a genuine, like, is that string theory?
I don't know.
There's that theory. There's the theory that everything's happening all at the same time. And this one kind of touches on all of it. But the mom and the daughter in this movie have different philosophies. So the mom is like, nothing matters, which is a good thing. Yeah. So we can do whatever. And the daughter's like, nothing matters, and it's a negative. Right. And they kind of...
battle it out.
Yeah, they kind of have to talk that out. So that was a very interesting, like, philosophical movie.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
it got me so
very
good.
Touching.
It got me so good. Ooh, I'm feeling it now.
And the dad, too. I forgot. The dad has, like, he's just an optimist. Like, he's just a sweet guy.
Yeah, he's just that cheerful... I don't know what to call them. There's always people like that out there. Yeah. I'm not one of them.
Those. I'm not one of those people either, but I like those type of people that can just find the good and the joy in everything. Yeah. I wish I was more like that. I'm trying to work on... I do think you can train yourself to get there. To change your mindset. For real. You just have to be vigilant about it, which is what I'm kind of trying to work on.
Constantly be in touch with it, yeah.
It's an uphill battle, though. It really is.
It really is, dude.
Can only do so much, because you have so many negative thoughts a day, and you have to sit there and unpack all of them, and then sometimes that's just a lot. And, like, you ever get, like, something that just upsets you, and you're like, why did that just upset me? And then you have to sit and, like, go in your brain palace and think about, like, what happened in 2006 that made that bother me.
You know how I blush super easily, like, I the red all over my face. I mean, it just is a cherry tomato. I really am. So when I get thoughts like that, like I'll just remember something random from and I get so flushed and hot because it just any emotion, it just automatically comes to the surface, and then I just get so fucking hot, and then I can't stop thinking about it, and then the more I think about it, the hotter I get. Spiral. So then I have to be like, stop.
Yeah, you gotta.
And then I gotta
learn how
pause
to
for a second to even like cool myself off. Yeah, which is insane. What is that?
That's coping mechanisms, which we don't. The school system.
This is pretty all over the place, but bottom line, this is frontal lobe development.
It is. It is frontal lobe development, and like people should be putting in work to try to be better all the time. And I feel like we were not taught that at any point. Like maybe your parents did, but like in schools, I feel like an academic education is not the only thing that matters. And I feel like there should be a little bit, and I'm not saying that like a lot of teachers do this where they're like emotionally intelligent and will discuss things, but it's not like part of a requirement.
Curriculum.
Which I feel like just being like what happened to like home ec? You know what I mean? And I don't mean like learning how to cook, which everyone should know how to cook.
No, but these are basic survival functions that people should know, because one day you will be on your own. Yeah. And what if you do not have a parent or guardian who can teach you that? Not everybody has that available to them. Intelligence. So why is that not available?
Be taught, I think. Like if you're given the tools, if you're taught how to like regulate your emotions, that certain things are normal.
It literally can be taught, because I'm having to teach myself these things.
Much later in life. And I'm not even like this. It sounds like I'm criticizing the school system, which I am. But we have such like a focus in our culture, in our school systems, in our work systems on productivity.
I was literally about to say
and nothing else.
Yeah. And I literally was talking about that last night with you. Yeah. Just the focus on productivity. And it does not matter. It does not matter.
It really doesn't. You are worth so much more than what you can create. And yeah. Create's not even the right word, because most people labor anymore isn't even about creating things. We talked about that in one of my sociology classes too, how everything used to be like a craft that people enjoyed doing. Yeah. So like you would get like your chairs, like your chair maker would really like
passion. You could see too the passion behind it, and you know that it was going to be a good piece of that was going to be a good fucking chair, because that person knows how to make chairs and loves making chairs. And now we just
crank stuff out. Nobody cares what they're doing. People are being underpaid. And this is why there's such like a market for vintage stuff right now too. It's because it has heart.
Yeah, it's got emotion
and it lasts. We need to bring some of that back. I'm gonna be a chair maker. If this podcast doesn't work out and I can't find nothing else to do.
Do you want to try working on little models? We'll work on the small and then we'll get bigger. I actually want to make a bench. This is new. I don't think I told you this. I want to make a bench so bad.
A bench?
Yeah, just a fucking bench.
Like for inside your home?
No,
or like
outside.
Bench? Like a wooden bench?
I want to put a bench in my backyard.
Okay.
Like just a cute little, Megan, like so simple. Like just, it could be like 2 or 3 boards on the top and then just on each side to hold it up. Something so simple. I just want to make a bench.
I wonder if my dad would help us do that.
I feel like, I just don't know why he wouldn't.
I feel like...
But if he watches this, hey, Brian.
Make a bench with it. What color would you want it?
I don't...
Will you paint it?
I figured we would just wait to stain it.
Oh, just the stain?
I definitely do want,
There's still lots of stain colors.
I didn't even think about this. I never got this far. I was like, one day, I'm going to make a bench.
I'm going to make a bench. What would I want to make? Birdhouse.
You'll probably do that. I told Austin I wanted to put some like birdhouses in the backyard because our tree kind of hangs over.
I feel like when I used to go to Home Depot with my dad when I was a kid, there were little kits for kids, and I think I made a basket. Why would there not be a birdhouse? That's so cool.
Know, did I tell you what I feel like I did? What we used to do at Lowe's when we were kids?
No.
I love the ground. Okay, also, this is so...
Like the concrete ground?
The tennis shoes that I wore were so worn down on the bottom because I would just use them for everything. And you're fucking active when you're a kid. Yeah. More than
Hannah
anything.
also has 4 siblings, so they were stretching them shoes out.
We were just running everywhere, man. Yeah, we really... Yeah, any time to get outside and, like, do stuff. Anyway, when we would go to Lowe's, we would slide on those floors.
That sounds
because
like fun. The
shoes were so worn out.
See, why are we not doing that as adults?
I do.
Why is that weird?
When Austin and I go shopping in there, I'm sliding.
Period.
But they had faucets on display, like just a whole wall of them, and we used to pretend like it was like a pirate ship or something like that. That's cool. Anything because going shopping with your parents is fucking boring. Yeah.
My mom used to... Now we're just getting off track, but my mom used to do this thing. Oh my gosh, my mom's one of those people that's friends with everybody. Like my dad
is friends with everybody.
Somehow she
you run into somebody at the store. It's like, oh hey, blah blah blah.
Boy, I used to want to lay on the floor. I'd be laying in the produce like. And my mom's talking about skincare. Meanwhile, I'm talking about skincare as an adult now. But she's talking about skincare. She's talking about this is my brand of sunscreen I get, and I'm like, who cares?
It's like, brother? Get my fruit roll-ups and let's go.
We literally talked about vacation sunscreen. I am my mother.
You should tell your mom to watch this episode. She came up.
She did come up. My mom has not watched any of these podcast episodes because she's scared that I said something she's not supposed to hear as my mom. Like, she doesn't hear me yap all the time.
All the time.
Anyway, short shout out to my parents. There we go.
Hey, they both made an appearance.
Crazy.
All right. Anyways, our brains have really fully developed, and it's been a fucking wild ride right now.
I think you do have to ride the wave, though. So if I'm getting to you around the age of 25, start thinking about all that stuff, Use what you got.
Yeah.
Start thinking,
and it's so,
it's fun to just sit and think it through.
And I know it also may be scary for some folk.
It is scary.
At that age.
It is painful.
Whatever you're doing at that time. Like, if you were, doing things that are so different from what we're doing. I don't even know I don't want to be, too specific, but any of those mid-20s out there that are, having these crazy fucking thoughts, it's like, trust them, write them out. You're having them for a reason. You're thinking like that for a reason.
And get to know yourself, too.
Yeah, you're getting reintroduced to this version of you. It's really cool, yeah. Really...
Real transformational period.
Yeah, grown to,
It is interesting, too. Yeah. I never understood what people meant when they said, get to know yourself. I was like, you don't already, know what you like and stuff. Yeah. But a lot of that is against your will. You ever think about that?
Megan, all the time. Literally I told you that. I was for the longest time, I was like, man, how much do I really love watching sports? Remember how long it took me to figure out if
you liked it or not.
Yeah, and then I eventually came back, and I just like watching women's sports is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
We live pretty close to Indiana. We might go see Caitlin Clark at some point. Excited about that.
Shouldn't be a might. I really hope so. Shout out Lauren, my sister. Whenever you want to
go see that.
Yeah, just let me know. Anyways, yeah, so many things just with because and it's nothing against. It's just whatever. Whoever you're growing up with, you're influenced by so many things. So then you assume that this is what you like to do and, whatever. But you get to this age and you're on your own a little bit more too. So it's easier to differentiate. which, like, what is this Hannah like over that one? You know what I mean?
And that kind of freaks me out, because even if you take it from, like, small things, like, what makes me prefer one color over another? And then I'm like, oh, well, I think it's, like, the vibe that it gives, and then it's like, but why do I like that? And sometimes you just don't know. Like, it's like food, too. Like, if I could choose what kind of food I would like, I would choose to like way more food than I like. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like, why is that against my will?
I didn't ask to be so fucking picky. You know, sometimes you can't train your taste buds to like something.
I'm not even picky per se, because I can choke anything down. Should need be. like I'm gonna get it down. But I wish I liked like peppers more. Like, I wish I liked just like a pepper more.
Like, just plain?
Yeah,
like to just chomp on a pepper.
Like, and I can do that, and I don't hate it, but I wish I liked it.
Yeah, well, don't fucking force yourself to chomp on fucking peppers if you don't want to.
That was like one example. Whereas the only thing that I just want to keep munching on is like sour Albanese gummy bears. I love those.
I wish I liked
sour
gummy
Albanese
bears
gummy
more.
bears on the mind. But see, why do you like? What makes me like those so much?
I don't like the
and you not like
consistency
them?
of gummy
but why,
stuff.
Like, why is mine different?
Right? Why?
What's that about?
Why?
That's so weird. Like, and that's against my will. I'm just came out and I just am who I am. And how much of this is like taught?
Anyways, a lot happens in mid-20s, guys. A lot. So just be prepared for that. And please be open to it. And really let yourself figure it out.
Figuring it out.
And it's okay to, like, I'm influenced by Megan, but it's, like, in a healthy way. It's not like she's...
It's not peer pressure.
Yeah.
It's inspo.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
I stole Hannah's face glitter.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see our face glitter.
And I
but
actually
Hannah did
stole
that
her
first.
hat.
Yeah, that is literally my hat on her head.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, frontal
Frontal
lobe.
lobe.
Crazy. Having that thing, crazy. You can make, like, snap decisions, too. Like, what I do, a 3-point turn the other day? What are we talking about? Wouldn't have done that before I got that frontal lobe.
It's been a while since I busted out a 3-point
I
turn.
know, and you know what? Why? They're useful.
Well, yours is probably easier to do with that fucking turn thing. I have to literally shift the gears.
My car has one of those stupid knobs.
So when she literally, like, when we're getting ready to go to work, she's like, ready?
Doing
Snaps it so fast.
They make jokes about, like, the memes on the internet that are like, you're gonna try to turn the volume down and go reverse down the highway.
Oh my fucking god, that's good.
Scary.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm just so not on the internet at all. That's fucking hilarious.
Another funny thing that's been on the internet. Have you seen the meme?
Is that your fucking
we're at
toe?
36 minutes. Dude, we got time to keep yapping.
Our last episode was 36, and I think the first one was 35.
Period. Well,
I hope it doesn't matter that we're talking about the episode on
Y'all
here.
can click off if you want to.
That's actually very true. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
This is Frontal
How you
Lobe.
doing?
I'm doing great, Megan. I'm having a
Have you
great
seen
time.
the conscious baby? You know what I'm talking about? The
On the
fully
internet?
conscious baby?
On the internet?
Yeah, it's
Megan,
like, but it's
what
viral,
did I just
dude.
say?
Like, you know
Megan,
how it's hard for
what
things
did
to go viral anymore?
But
It's
Megan,
viral.
What did I just say?
Okay, but it's viral.
Right. I don't know it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about it.
We're gonna do a bit eventually on this fucking podcast where Megan's just gonna have. I
I'm
just
chronically online.
Yeah.
Between the two of us,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend almost all my time online.
And after it was like a couple years ago, I just like deleted Instagram and like I don't really get on TikTok, but I do have it, and I just like didn't look at stuff because it just hurt my brain. But
We're so different. Listen, I had to
we're
delete
so
X.
different. So then I got back on. But yeah, I just don't know shit anymore. Like because I hopped off, I missed like a good portion of like a
Meme
lot
culture.
of meme culture.
Yeah.
And Megan's been catching me up on it. I feel like an
I
old
used to
person.
drop
I don't know
little,
anything.
little sound bites from videos, and Hannah
Yeah.
wouldn't even
Every
know.
time I would just look at her like,
What is that?
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm so chronically online that I had to delete X because I hate Elon Musk, and
I mean,
the rebrand just
enough
pissed
reason
me
to do
off.
that.
Like, why would we get rid of the cute little bird?
seriously,
Why
that
did we get
was
this
a cute
Axe
little
body
tiny little
spray rebrand? Elon Musk, I hate you. Anyways, I hate you.
the black and like white, like
Anyway.
sleek, like give me the color.
Yeah,
like, that
give
was
me
so
the blue,
sad to
give me
look
the
at.
little bird, give me the tweet, give me the bird
me the
house,
tweet.
give me the little quill, like the little quill pin where I can write my tweet. Anyways,
That is pretty adorable.
I'm still having withdrawal from Twitter.
Yeah,
I love
major,
Twitter.
like big time.
It's so
she
hard,
really is.
and Threads
when
just is not hitting the
yeah,
same.
the way that The way that she goes through the pages of social media, like I can tell she's on to the point where she's like getting bored, but like she's gonna be online, and so like she hits Facebook later, and I'm like, oh, you're on Facebook, and then she like
Facebook's the last resort.
Like that is last resort for her, and she's like, yeah, I'm still not over Twitter.
I miss Twitter. If I just had Twitter, I wouldn't have to do all that. It would all be in one place. It was the perfect conjuncture of video, photo, and text, and it was all I needed in one spot. And Elon Musk, I hate you.
Ruined it.
I hate you. Anyway, this all started with the fully conscious baby. It's this,
okay, yeah.
It's this woman,
yeah, I don't know what that
she's
is.
like, who's ready to go to Orlando Springs? And it's this like baby in a diaper, maybe a year old. I don't know how old babies are. And it literally puts his hand up and like salutes, and he goes, me.
What the fuck?
There's been discourse where it's like, apparently, and I don't know if this is a myth or not, because I am a little gullible and people will just start telling stories on the internet.
That's true.
I have a hard time differentiating satire from not satire and
That's
sarcasm
true.
from not sarcasm.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways.
This baby, so people were saying stories about other babies they met.
Oh my god.
That just talk in sentences.
Oh my god.
And there was some person that was like, I was a fully conscious baby.
Stop. Shit, I missed that.
I'm gonna have to show you that. I'll show you that after we are done filming. But I just needed to bring that up because I was like, that's freaky. Like, what's it like having a fully developed frontal lobe at
the ripe
birth?
age of 5 months. Oh my god,
I think I'd be traumatized if I remembered my parents like getting in my butt folds to get my diarrhea.
Yeah, the way that they're like wiping diarrhea off my back and then they put my diaper on for me.
They get a little death knit on their finger and put it right on your hole.
Yeah. Oh my god. The way that like I'm in the bathtub playing with little duckies and they're washing my hair for me. Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my god.
I'm glad I forgot about that.
Anyways.
One time. Never mind.
Memes, man.
I was just going to talk about that time my little sister pooped in the bathtub when we were kids. Emily, if you're watching this, I'm not
Shout
sorry
out.
about that.
Shout out Emily, she made the pod.
That's really
Your
hilarious.
family's
She pooped
making
in
the
bathtub.
pod.
Yeah, I'm feeling, you know, I've been watching the movies, man. Feeling connected to my inner child, which turn is going to relate to my family.
That's also been starting for me too. Yeah. Oh, let's not go there.
Little inner child work.
Yeah, let's not go there.
That comes to frontal lobe too. Start thinking about them childhood days.
Yeah.
And it's, you know,
and I'm getting them back in a different way. It's fun.
And it's not all black and white.
Jesus Christ. Wake up, Megan. Right here. Okay.
Quiet coyote.
Quiet coyote. It is fun making my own childhood now at like 26 now, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn birthday.
Doing all the things that you wanted to do.
Yeah. Like, and doing like how I wanted to do it, you know? So
Harrison sent me a meme about this. Harrison's my boyfriend.
About what?
But it was just an ad for Floam. That like infomercial that used to play. It was like God, I'll show that to you after the podcast too. But Floam is like, it was like those little balls that were connected together, and you could like put it, and like the ad had them putting it on like cars and on like a laptop and being like, and you can make it cool with Floam.
I know exactly I know what you're talking about now.
Boring dollhouse, not anymore.
I love those things, man.
That's the kind of shit I want to buy with my adult money. And that was what the caption was. It was like, where's this at now that I got money?
That fucking scene in Parks and Rec when they go to the store to like buy adult things, Andy and April.
And they buy all the stupid stuff.
And he's like, oh my god, I have seen this stuff on TV. He was like, babe,
on TV
get it all.
That as seen on TV section will get you. What was that little ball thing? They had like it was like a metal ball on the inside and it had like a transparent outside, but you could do like tricks with it and it looked like it was floating and stuff.
No, I don't even know what
it sounds really cool.
About.
It's just a ball. Don't fall for it. My grandma's friend had one and I played with it and I was like, this is lame as hell.
And then you got bored after like 5 seconds.
That infomercial went crazy. Well, infomercials were a great marketing technique.
I mean, well fucking done, guys. Yeah. Damn.
Anyway, I think it's been a pretty good episode.
I think so too. No. I can't wait to see the quote at the end of the episode, though.
Oh my gosh. Oh, before we end too, please guys don't forget about the playlist. But yeah, what's the
really
quote?
let me shout out the playlist. Also, like, if you want to, rate the podcast, that would be cool. Don't have to if you don't want to.
If you want to like the video. Also, I do like interacting with the comments. I get really excited when we get comments.
Yeah, because this is going to be just a tiny group of people.
Yeah.
So we're going to be we're
trying to curate a small community.
We're going to get to know you all.
So
I'm really excited about that. So, yeah.
What's the quote of the week?
Oh shit! So Megan didn't see this one before I wrote it down. So I'm
about to say.
I'm so excited. I could not use it. This is a Megan quote, and she said it like.
What's the year? Do you have the year?
It's literally like last week.
Last week, okay.
Actually, yeah, that was last week. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? I'm feeling a lot of pressure.
Okay. Megan says, she's like my younger girlfriend. She's such a distraction. Let daddy work.
Oh my god. That's about my cat.
She's talking about her cat, Belly Beans. Let daddy work.
We were trying to get that podcast film Dude, us trying to get this podcast together is crazy. You should see us trying to set this up.
We have videos to show you, man. It takes
time we
forever.
Sit down to record, it just comes out stupid.
Everything is lollygagging. We can never get anything done, man.
But last weekend, or last time we were filming, it wasn't even a weekend, but last time Belly was zooting around doing all this cute shit, and I was like, I can't even focus. She's like my hot younger girlfriend. I feel like
she's
some creepy CEO, like, oh, my little play.
What a distraction. Oh my god, we almost lost everything. Okay, anyways, that's the quote of the week. Check out the playlist if you want to. It's really just fun vibes.
Or if you don't
Not
want to,
forcing
also
anything
check it out.
on. Yeah, I just, it really doesn't matter. Please rate it. If you don't want to, that's cool too. Whatever.
But it's not cool. Rate it.
And also the YouTube. Like it and subscribe. Please comment. It's really fun to chat in the comments. But it's okay if you don't want to either.
No, it's not. Do it. See you guys next week.